Now, let's actually just take a quick peek at some actual case law. So basically, we have Gallego versus United States of America, and basically, in this case, I found a interesting quote. It goes on to say, before a physical object connected with this commission of a crime may properly be admitted in evidence, there must be a showing that the object is substantially the same condition as when the crime committed. This determination is to be made by the trial judge. Factors to be considered in making this determination include the nature of the article, the circumstances surrounding the preservation and custody of it, and the likelihood of intermeddlers tampering with it. If, upon the consideration of such factors, that the trial judge is satisfied that in reasonable probability the article has not been changed in important respects, he may permit its introduction into evidence. United States versus SB Pinnick and Company. Here's the thing: I haven't seen this tape, right? I haven't seen. Now, when I say I haven't seen it, I mean I haven't seen the actual tape and I haven't seen the movie or the contents of the tape. So here is the thing. Basically, they're going to have to prove that the chain of custody was good. And basically, they're going to have to explain the nature of them having this tape, right? So, first off, again, Michael Avenatti had this tape. Michael Avenatti was accused of fraud, right? Michael Avenatti is not licensed to practice law in Illinois, right? So how do you explain a tape coming all the way from Illinois, where the alleged crime happened, all going all the way to New York, and then coming all the way back to the state of Illinois again? To me, it's just too crazy. It just makes absolutely no sense, right? And then there was something else that actually stuck out in this, and it says, yeah, the likelihood of intermeddlers tampering with it, right? So you read in the federal indictment, right? Or at least I read to you in the federal indictment that several people received money for the exchange of tapes, right? So if you know R. Kelly is paying for R. Kelly's sex tapes, what's to keep an unscrupulous person from basically taking an image from one videotape and basically putting an image in another tape to make it look like R. Kelly is having sex with an underage girl? Now, I'm not saying that's what actually happened, but this is one of the things that the judge has to consider, right? Because why do these people have this tape, right? They have to explain why they had this tape, and then the tape is extremely old, right? You know, these tapes go way back. I'm not sure of the exact dates, but they go back when the alleged victims were, I think, I can't remember from reading my reading the actual indictment, but they go back to when the alleged victims were as young as 14, 15, and 16, right? So these tapes are pretty old. They're pretty old. And they have to have a pretty good story on first why they had these tapes, and on why we should believe these tapes are authentic, right? Right? You know, because if the story involves exchanging money for the tape, then already you have to consider that the tapes were doctored to basically create value so that you can trade it off to R. Kelly.